I think she has the December blahs. She hasn't been herself lately. Of course, she did eat 4-day-old fried chicken liver, so.
That doesn't bother dogs the way it does humans.
I know. She eats, butt and trash, so. Hey everyone, welcome to this next episode of So I Married a Geek, your show where we invite you into our life and our adventures and lessons and hardships and triumphs and adventures and... How else do you want to put it?
It's a madhouse.
It's a madhouse. Like before this, I felt a pain in my leg and I looked down and there, so I figured it was a mosquito ghost.
There are no such things as mosquito ghosts. We've had this discussion.
There are. I'm Gavin, joined by...
Phil.
And yes,
who has to be the rational one.
Anyways, rational one. I was a little irrational this week, y'all. If you watched yesterday's episode, it's been a rough 2 weeks.
It has been.
And as soon as I went back to work, the state of this house just tanked.
It did. But in my defense, it hurts to stand, it hurts to walk, it hurts to lay down, it hurts to sit, it hurts to take a shower, it hurts to do anything. Like this morning when I woke up, I almost fell because I had this electric nerve pain running from my hip all the way to my ankle. And every day it's a different set of pain, and it's a different type of pain, and it presents itself differently. And some days it's all I can do to get out of bed. That is a struggle to do it. I'm still not on the other side of these injections, which were not supposed to be this bad. And my doctor is just like, well, when you signed the disclaimers and when you signed the releases, you acknowledge that there was a chance it could be this bad. Well, yeah, I acknowledge that there was a chance it could be this bad, but you also said you've never had a patient have these reactions. So lucky me, I'm the first in hundreds of his injections that I get.
So we'll do a different episode on our doctors, but I kind of got really mad because my job is very draining, y'all. It is very draining to deal with people at my job and just the nature of my job to the point where every day I just will not go back. And so when I came home and I wanted to make something, we had no clean dishes. No dishes had been run. The house stunk. There was trash everywhere. There was bowls of food all over the floor. And I was just so mad. I was like, this motherfucker right here told me he was going to be better about this. He told you guys he was going to be better about this on a show.
And I was better before the injections.
And I was like... And I knew he was in pain, but I was so upset that I just would look. I just
came and picked a fight with me.
I did pick a fight. I said I have to express something right now. I said it's going to sound bad, but I wish I were injured still because you had motivation to be better around the house. And I felt bad, and I avoided him because I knew this is how I felt. I knew it was irrational. But I also understood certain feelings people have expressed in the past in their relationships.
There's nothing I
know there's nothing you can do.
They're giving me pain medication and all sorts of shit.
It's once again our life has become the Phil show, for lack of a better term. What we can and can't do is based on what Phil can and can't do based on his pain. And it wasn't like that at the beginning. And it has been a transition and an adjustment to understand this is what it is. This is what I signed up for.
At the beginning of our relationship, it was the Gavin show.
But we were doing all sorts of things. We were out and about.
No, it was, we can do this on this day at this time for this many minutes because I have this, and this going on.
I changed that for us.
And for years,
it wasn't different. For years.
No, for years, we were fine where it wasn't about me. I cannot help that you pushed me to go... Something. Figure out what to do about my back, and this is what happened.
You had to figure out what to do with your back.
You insisted, and this is what happened. But you're mad at me about what happened.
And in case you didn't fucking hear me say, I knew it was an irrational thing to be mad at, but I wanted to express it so he understood what I was thinking at the moment.
And the reason I'm so upset is you come to express it to me, and it's like, well, I've been late. The day he came to express it to me, I slept on my bathroom floor for about an hour and a half, because all day long I was sure I was going to throw up from the pain.
But then, in my mind, in my illogical mind, I'm like, he can get up and fry himself some livers. He can throw some trash away. He can get up and do this. He can rinse out some dishes. Like, that was what my mind was saying, and I knew at the moment it was irrational, but I still wanted to
I mean,
make
I can
sure.
stop eating.
I
You know,
still
I don't like to.
wanted to make sure that I was open and honest with you, even though I knew, and that's why I just walked away. I said, I'm going to express this, and I'm just going to walk away and let it just be done. I knew it would get out of my system eventually, but I did 4 loads of dishes to get the kitchen back in order. I scrubbed the counters twice. Like, it was a lot of work. And when I was at home, and even when we did Thanksgiving, we were a team. We were washing things. You know, he would get up to... I tried my best to cut up that fucking celery, but it was all a mismatch. I did what I could to try to alleviate some of that. But, you know, we washed what we used, put in the dishwasher. Like, we kept things going. Because our kitchen can get out of hand really, really bad. There will be mashed potato wrappers everywhere. The counter will be covered in flour and seasonings. There will be dishes everywhere. Sometimes you can't even see our kitchen table. And I did not want to go back there. I just didn't. Because you never know when someone wants to come over, and especially when we want to start doing this pilot for a reality show, we got to make sure everything looks good, at least presentable. So, yeah, we want to do a pilot reality show of this.
The other thing that you have to understand is it isn't just the pain. What comes with the pain is the depression that this guy, this situation made it sound like once I do this, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel better. You're going to be able to do things you haven't been able to do for years. And instead, it put me back. Like, my pain level when I saw him last was higher than it had ever been. And that was after what he did was supposed to make me feel better.
And I understand that. But my irrational mind was just upset and needed to express itself. And I wasn't trying to cause an argument. I'm just telling you this. And then I walked away. So
and made me cry. And he made me cry.
I did not mean to make you cry, but I wanted, because I'm not bottling stuff up anymore. We have gotten to the point where we said, express what you're feeling. So I expressed that, and I knew it was irrational, and that's why I walked away. And I just let it be, and I just avoided conversations for about a day, and then I was fine.
But it was so dramatic for you to be like, I wish I was still injured.
Because honestly, I did, because you were motivated to be a bigger part of being inside the house.
That was before the injection.
But you were still like, you know what? This is our house. I need to just help you out more because it is a chore. And if we just take the steps and do it as we go, it's not a chore. That's where I was at. And I understood he was in pain. And I was still irrationally mad. And you get irrationally mad all the fucking time. Like when you have dreams and I'm not even... Don't you know what's going on? I just needed to express it so you understood what was wrong with me, and I dealt with it.
But my irrational madness in dreams is a joke the next day.
Oh, no, bitch. You've woken up plenty mad at me because of something. Like, let's go back to you didn't cast me in a movie. That turned into an argument for 2 days.
Bitch, it wasn't the dream that caused the argument. It was your response to it that caused the argument.
Which is, if you are not right for the part, you are not right for the part. And you cannot tell me just because we're married, you belong or whatever, because you hate every other director that does that. So
it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No. You can do it better.
Yeah, because you won't be in it.
My dream anger was just a joke till your response made it real. His response made what I was upset about real.
No. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's another irrational anger issue. And it's okay. It's just being able to express it and know this is just where I'm at right now.
We're still practicing figuring out how and when to express this stuff too. Because I have a bad habit of keeping it under my hat for a week or two.
Oh no, it's like 3 weeks.
Because
do you know why I'm mad at you? Do what you did 4 months ago?
The thing is, my brain, the way it works, tries to process it through every avenue it can think of. And like, was it this? Was it this? Was it this? What if you had done this? What if you had done this? So it's going through every permutation it can pop. One time with somebody I worked with saw this test plan I created for an algorithm we designed. And it was like 33,000 rows in Excel of every possible combination of every variable in the algorithm. And she was like, if any of you have ever wondered what Philip's brain looks like, that's what his brain looks like. So sometimes it might take me 2 or 3 weeks to have run through it and realize I was being irrational. There was nothing he could have done differently. There was nothing I could have done differently. But it takes me time. You just have 3 squirrels in your head that hold up signs and tell you what to say and do.
And like I said, I expressed it. I knew it was irrational, but I needed to express it, and then I went to work and fixed it.
But that little one-eyed bitch was ready for a fight.
She was ready for a fight because she's like, he make fried liver. He leave it on floor for dog. Dog not eat. He wash dish. But he couldn't wash dish because there was no space in the dishwasher or
And
the
then this
sink.
little bitch wouldn't eat it.
She ate it 4 days later. Oh, so fucking gross. So yeah, so we had a rough weekend, but that's just me expressing something that I knew I needed to think about, and I knew it was irrational, but I felt so bad that I was like, I could go have fun without you then, because I really want to go see House of Gucci. I may just go watch it by myself, and I need to learn that it's okay if that happens. I'd rather go watch it with people, but there's not a lot that we get to do anymore, because there's a lot of pain involved. Like, we made it halfway through a Nerdcore concert before my foot, and he was done. We're going to pause this. Okay, so after that quick break, we had a friend come over. He doesn't ever really get to come over, so we had lots of fun hanging out.
Yeah, it was good to see him.
The dog liked him, so hey, that says something. So anyways, it was a rough weekend, and we are still working communication, yes, but it's just going to get better from here.
Yeah, we just have to keep practicing.
And, getting up and...
And that's true for all relationships. Like, when I think of the ones I've had where everything went wrong, it was always because we couldn't talk to each other. But like I said, my brain works very differently from yours.
Mine is way easier, I get that. And like I said, I knew I was mad and there wasn't anything that could actually be done about it. But I was mad and I had to address it. And, yeah.
I'm one of those who can be mad for weeks,
yes, this motherfucker can be mad for weeks.
But I can be cordial the whole time, like nothing's wrong. And
oh no, you see it in the back of his eyes. I'm like, because I'll ask him, what's wrong?
It's taken him a long time, but he's gotten to where he can look at me and he'd be like, something's bothering me. I'm like, no, everything's fine. He's like,
I know better than that. I'm just waiting for the fuse to just burn out and the explosion to come. You remember what you did 4 weeks ago? I don't remember what I did yesterday, bitch.
What is your deal? Yes, you're on camera. You're the star of the show. We've always said
so. Communication is important. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, watch, share. Subscribe a lot. We want to know that you guys love what we do. So comment, things like that.
We appreciate everything you guys do.
And we're going to have some more fun this week because I think tomorrow we're going to talk about Phil's weird music beef issue.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to be wading into a topic I probably shouldn't be, but...
He's always, should we go there? What people attack us? If people attack us, I don't give a fuck. Really, I don't.
Let my nuts hang.
On your face.